We do have team coverage tonight with our Natalie Clydesdale and Amaya Ward, who are monitoring the cleanup efforts.
But first, Mark Johnson is standing by at the weather wall for a check of the forecast. What a 24 hours it has been, friend.
Crazy. It's still going on because, you know, it's hard to clean up after severe weather when you've got chilly, cold, windy rain falling down on you. We still have the rainfall right here. This is a live look. I-90 at West Boulevard. A slow go. A lot of puddles on the roads, and the road's definitely wet as the rain really hasn't stopped. I mean, it really hasn't stopped coming down for many of you. Look at these temps. I don't know what's worse. I'd rather have snow and cold, to be honest with you, than rain and 37 degrees. That's Cleveland right now. Mansfield 37, 40 and rainy in Wooster. Akron 41 with rain. Ashtabula 38 with rain. Here we go with the rain showers moving through. There have been some moderate to heavy bursts. We still have a little bit down here, Medina to Ashland into Wayne County. But look at all the flood warnings behind that. Flood warnings out, Cuyahoga, Medina, Summit, Portage, Geauga Lake until 8:15. Farther west, you got Lorain, Erie, and Huron and west until 7:45. And then flood advisory south of that. We had one confirmed tornado so far from last night's weather, and that is down in Apple Creek near Holmes County and EF0. We'll talk more about that coming up. In the meantime, severe weather to our south. We got another batch of rain that will be with us through the evening and the first half of the overnight. And then I got better news for your tomorrow. I'm thinking 70s for the afternoon. Maybe a little golfing weather coming your way.
Oh, wow, that's great.
There you go.
Okay. See you just a little bit with that, Mark. Thank you. Meanwhile, talking more about this storm in Olmsted Falls. Look at this, a large oak tree fell after strong winds and heavy rain in that area. That is an oak, folks. Yeah. The homeowner tells us he wasn't sure what people were looking at outside until he realized, wait a minute, that's in my yard.
Oh, how did you not hear that?
That's insane.
Wow. Well, we're getting a clearer picture of the damage left behind after last night's storms as well. In Wayne County, the National Weather Service has now confirmed a tornado did touch down there. And then here in Cleveland, you can still see the impact as well. Amaya Ward is live downtown with what we're learning tonight. What does it look like where you are, Amaya?
Hey, Christy, yeah, you can still see just how strong those winds were here downtown. We're here on St. Clair, and the winds here knocked out several windows here near the Galleria. There's lots of glass still on the sidewalk also over there. I don't know if you can see it, but you can see lots of windows missing over here. And near Wooster, families are cleaning up after something even more intense. Earlier today, I visited Wayne County near Apple Creek, where the National Weather Service says a tornado touched down just south of Wooster. Survey teams spent this morning assessing the damage, confirming it was an EF0 with winds topping out around 85 miles per hour. The tornado cut a path about 75 yards wide and lasted only about a minute, but that was enough. Several homes were hit with damage to roofs, power lines, and outbuildings.
The siren went off in town, and by the time I got to the back steps, I heard it coming, and we both ran downstairs, and in a matter of seconds it was over. We heard the trees hit the ground out here, and it was over. Got quiet.
That was Joni Dalrymple. She says when they came up back, the damage was everywhere. A structure from their backyard was tossed over their home, knocking down a chimney, damaging their vehicles, and leaving a hole in her husband's truck. She says her neighbors were hit even harder with the tree, forcing them out of their home. However, thankfully, no injuries were reported. And coming up at 6, we're going to hear directly from the National Weather Service Center and how they went out and assessed damage this morning and just how hard they say this hit the Apple Creek area.
All right, Maya, we appreciate it so much. Thank you.
Well, the east side wasn't spared from the bad weather and damage in Willoughby Hills. Last night's storms quickly turned into flooding in that area for residents. Natalie Clydesdale talking with officials today, and she joins us live from Willoughby Hills. What does the damage look like there, Natalie?
Good evening, Jay. There wasn't too much damage here, really just some stuff from flooding, but officials say that there were more than 2 inches of rain recorded in a short period of time, which led to that widespread flooding, and it led to dozens of basements being flooded, and some power outages. Earlier today, I talked with Fire Chief Robert Gandy, and he added that 11 sewage lift stations went into high alarm as the system struggled to keep up. These photos show just how high the flooding was in some areas. This afternoon, I talked with a resident who had a front row seat to the rising water. Fortunately, her home sits on stilts and was okay, but she says her garage took on about 2 inches of water.
So then we just moved the cars up to the driveway. At that time, emergency vehicles had already showed up. This is the first time since I've lived here since 2020, that the water came up from a storm.
Officials are also saying with more spring storms likely, now is the time to prepare. We'll share those reminders with you, and we'll hear from officials again tonight at 6 o'clock. Jay?
All right, Natalie Clydesdale live for us. Natalie, thank you.